And back when Mansion Brownsville was happening, it was a 3-year process of comprehensive planning. And I was privileged really to be a part of that and to co-chair that committee for nearly 3 years. Originally it was called a cultural committee, and then it morphed into a downtown committee. It had to do with downtown revitalization, historic preservation, and arts and entertainment, which is my specialty. And it was really quite an incredible learning experience. We really did spend a lot of time and a lot of goodwill. A lot of goodwill was spent by every player, anyone that was really a part of downtown and all of these parts of preservation, revitalization and arts and entertainment. So here we are now, I'm actually, before that, at that time I was not a property owner, and now I am here across the street, and it has been, like Dennis said, it's a real learning experience. Of course, to hear everybody's comments, I think that one of the most critical parts is the lack of employee parking, whether that's a function of the salaries that people are paid, or the function of maybe there's been no investment on behalf of the city to provide this type of parking at a subsidized price. Maybe this increases in parking fees can actually be used to subsidize the employee parking. You know what I mean? That would actually provide the space that we need out on the street, and maybe the city can kind of ante up a little bit and provide a little bit better parking or a much better rate for the employees, because that's not going to get any better. There's just only so much room to grow. I tell a lot of people when they say it's a historic building, that means it's a wreck. It's got nothing. It's got nothing. So it's not as easy as it sounds to just grab a bunch of empty buildings and turn them into something. It's really a lot of work. Usually a lot more than just building something from scratch. So we've got a long ways ahead. But what I would like to ask is everyone to continue to participate like this. This is really what we need for our city commissioners and our mayor to understand how important it is to all of us, and they're going to hear about it from us. As things move along. I think what was probably missing in this, I don't have any, insofar as the funds, and this is 75 or is it 50? I was in St. Louis yesterday when I went in the car with people when I said Brownsville parking was 25 cents. They all burst out laughing at the same time. It's so low. So it's also not quite right to just give it away. Obviously, parking meters were designed to turn over parking, to make it more available. So it's kind of like the chicken or the egg. Why aren't any people shopping? Why? Because there's no parking. Why is there no parking? Because employees are parked there, So that needs to get solved, no doubt about it. But I also think that it needs money to get solved. Otherwise you're laying it on the property owners or the apartment owners to do this on their own. Now, which comes to mind next, is really not a question, or maybe it is, or it's a statement. When is it going to be Brownsville downtown's turn for some city investment? When is it going to be our turn? When is it going to be over for the sports park and everything else that's going on? When is it going to be downtown's turn? The city of the college is here, they're staying, good for them. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, let's prepare the place. Let's do the best we can. SpaceX, wonderful. I'd love to see a bunch of drunken rocket scientists walk around here. No problem. Let's fix up the place. Or do we all want an assessment? Harry McNair's here, he can tell us about the assessment from last time, and that's how it was done. And yes, it's not in real good shape, but it got done. And it wasn't just the pavers, it was the underground cables and all of that. It was big money that was spent, and these lights that we all take for granted. But if you remember back then, there was just a wreck. There was nothing but wires across the street, and it was just a real shambles.
That's right.
But we need more work in downtown. We definitely need more work. We need to be proud of this is not just our inner core, this is our face, this is what people see. So I encourage everybody to ask our city commissioners and our mayor, when is it going to be downtown's turn? Thank you very much.
I guess everybody's turning to face the audience now. I think hearing what we've heard today, I think we can agree on a couple of things. I think just about everybody has touched on this. I think we can agree that most of the parking spaces that are being taken up downtown are being taken up by either employees or the owners of these businesses.
Yeah.
And then most of the employees and owners here have stated that they feel that in some way it's going to affect their business if there's some sort of parking increase. I'm wondering if the city has thought about, since it seems that the employees are the ones that are taking up most of the parking, about rather than charging employees a $60 penalty rate, permit fee per month, have you thought about maybe just having those parking garages being designated as employee or owner parking lots for free? That way, one of my best friends told me this quote a long time ago. He told me, "If it's free, don't complain." If you allow these business owners or employees to park in these parking lots or garages that you're envisioning charging a fee for, if you allow them to park there for free, then they really can't say that there's a problem or that there's some sort of fee being imposed on them. And then if we do that, then we eliminate all of these parking spaces from being used, and we can get to see if there's really going to be people that are going to be coming to downtown. You can probably impose your 50-cent or 75-cent fee that way, because I think you're going to clear out all these parking spaces if you allow them to park for free in other places. I don't know how much revenue you were anticipating gaining from those $60 a month parking fees. It's probably not going to be that much, but I think it'll probably offset itself in goodwill, number one, and also you eliminate any negative perception that any business owners or employees may give other people just from that fee. Also, I think by clearing out all those spaces, you really get to figure out, are people really going to want to come downtown? Because at this point in time, I'm not sure how many people are really going to want to come downtown. We really don't have a destination, and that's a reality. We haven't been able to create a destination for downtown yet. We've had quite a bit of bars and businesses open in the last couple of years, one of them in our building, and unfortunately most of those have already closed. Whether it's bad management, whether it's an issue with the building or some sort of permitting, the reality is that they've closed. How do we create that destination? How do we get these people downtown? Is it by freeing up those parking spaces? Maybe. If you do, that, think about not charging some of these people for those city-owned lots. Then I think the city really needs to make a commitment to downtown, like George was saying. I think the city really needs to finally invest real money downtown. You've invested a lot of money in acquiring buildings. The real money, as a lot of us know, is going to be from fixing those buildings up. I'm wondering how the city's anticipating gaining that revenue to actually fix these buildings, because the city's raised tax rates to the maximum in the last 2 years without having to go out to the public to raise rates. You've raised them to the maximum in the last couple of years, and all you've done is acquire a bunch of buildings that are now empty. A lot of business owners and building owners downtown would say downtown right now is probably at one of its lowest points in recent memory. There's a lot of commercial space available. I don't know whether that commercial space is available because there's no parking. I really don't think that's the case. I think there's a lot of space available because there's really nothing to come downtown for. Most of the traffic that I see, most of the businesses that are open seem to be used clothing stores, little curio shops, things that don't cost very much, and I think a lot of that business is probably coming from foot traffic. So I don't know whether having more parking spaces is really going to help that or address that situation. But I think until we can free up those parking spaces and until we can actually have some real public investment from the city, we're not going to have that destination, and we're not going to have the influx of people coming from other parts of the city or other parts of the state to downtown Brownsville and actually spend money. That's what we really want. That's what we really need to create that economic development downtown. So I would really ask the city to consider, if you're going to raise rates, at least consider having areas, designated areas for employees and business owners at no charge. Thank you.
My name is Daniel Lenz. I'm a property owner downtown here. I'm also chairman on the Transit Advisory Committee. I'm opposed to any increase at this time on the parking meters. I don't think it is the right time. I think there is a time and place for that, but now is not that time. I don't want to repeat everything that everyone said. There's been a lot of great things said. One thing though, we are building a parking garage down here. That parking garage is going to be, I think we're going to break ground in March. And it should be done, if everything stays on schedule, by Thanksgiving. So that will add about 180 parking spaces to the area. Now, that's not necessarily meant to relieve any parking problem downtown. We're going to have, employees from the Brownsville Metro parking there. We're going to have, the people from the businesses that operate out of the multimodal terminals.
Charge or don't charge?
No, they're going to be charged, but, and I don't know what the rate is going to be. I'm just saying that maybe before we do anything on increasing fees down here, let's get that parking garage built, see how that affects the downtown first, and then go from there. A couple of other issues is, I understand, and I might be wrong about this, but there may be a proposal to eliminate almost 50 parking spaces on Adams Street on the multimodal terminal side from 10th Street all the way to International to create a bike trail. If we are so short of parking, why would, if this is true, and I don't know for sure, but if this is true, why would we go ahead and eliminate 50 parking spaces for a bike trail? Don't get me wrong, I'm not against bike trails, but we're talking about the parking issue, and it just seems a little bit like that doesn't make any sense to, do that. When we have Build Better block parties or any events downtown, the meter men that give the tickets or, the monitor are instructed not to give any tickets. Why? Because we don't want to discourage people from coming downtown. So what's the difference now? If we're going to charge people and give them tickets, that's going to discourage them from coming downtown. But when we have the events, well, we don't want to do that. So, I think there's a little bit of hypocrisy there. That's just my opinion. Some of the things that I think the city needs to do in the short term before doing anything is, keep the downtown, the streets clean. The alleys some of them are pretty horrible. They need work. We need to address the homeless problem downtown, which is a very serious issue that intimidates people from coming downtown. We also need to address the people that are frequenting the bars that are open during the day and allowed to open early, where people are, getting inebriated and they're coming outside, intimidating shoppers, and smoking on the sidewalk, which we have a no smoking ordinance now. But, we don't have enough inspectors to be able to monitor that all the time. But it's there, and those people are out on the sidewalk, loitering and causing it, and making it difficult for other people to frequent stores they want to go to. So we need to address those things, and I think if we start addressing those things and keep the downtown clean and spruced up and doing things to address these other issues, then we will start to attract more businesses like you had mentioned, and maybe we'll get some better specialty shops, high-end restaurants, sit-down restaurants that will, cause the downtown to become the destination, which is exactly what I agree with. Create the destination, and then that's the time when we raise the parking. Thank you.